Good morning, learners. Are you familiar with the word matter? Everything around us is matter. My dear learners, I'm sure you have heard of the term matter before, and how everything that we have come across in our lives, like the air you inhale, the books you read, and the toys you play with. Literally, everything is made up of matter. Still confused? Don't worry, learners. In today's lesson, let us explore more regarding matter to know why matter matters so much. Matter is classified into solid, liquid, or a gas. Classifying is one of the basic processes in science. It is the process of grouping objects that are alike in some ways. This allows us to study matter easier since they are sorted into groups. Matter can also be classified into two broad categories, pure substances and mixtures. One useful way of organizing our understanding of matter is to think of a hierarchy that extends down from the most general and complex to the simplest and most fundamental. This is Teacher Kat, and this video focuses on pure substances only. When we speak of a pure substance, it is something that has a constant composition and properties that are constant throughout the sample, since it contains only one kind of matter. It can either be one single element or one single compound, but every sample of this substance that you examine must contain exactly the same thing with a fixed, definite set of properties. To discuss it further, an element is composed of a single kind of atom. Atom is the smallest particle of an element, but still possesses the properties of an element. Here's an example. Gold is an element. If you slice and slice a chunk of gold until only one tiny particle is left without losing the properties that makes it gold, then you've got an atom. Thus, an element is a substance that cannot be broken down into simpler components. Elements were arranged in a table known as the periodic table of elements. It consists of vertical columns called groups and horizontal rows called periods. There are 18 groups and 7 periods. Zinc is an example. It is in group 12 and period 4. Every element has a name. Each box of the table corresponds to one element. Scientists agreed to give symbols for each of these elements. This is very helpful, especially to those elements with long names. Instead of writing the full names, one letter or two-letter symbol may be used. For one-letter symbol, first letter of the chemical name is used. For two-letter symbol, most of them start with the first letter of the element's English or ancient name. Notice that the second letter in the symbol may be any letter found in the element's name. Notice as well that only the first letter is capitalized. Let us now move to compounds. A compound is composed of two or more elements whose atoms are bonded together in a specific ratio. For example, water is a compound made up of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. These elements are combined in a very specific way in a ratio of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, as represented by the chemical formula of water. Many compounds contain hydrogen and oxygen, but only water has the special 2:1 ratio. The compound water has physical and chemical properties different from both hydrogen and oxygen. Water properties are a unique combination of two elements. Unlike element, Compound is a substance that can be broken down into chemically simpler components because it has more than one element. For example, water is a compound composed of the elements hydrogen and oxygen. Today, there are about 118 known elements in the universe. In contrast, scientists have identified tens of millions of different compounds to date.